In March 2017, a shocking video filmed in Kenya's capital went viral. It shows a plain-clothed policeman gunning down what looks like two unarmed men in broad daylight. The shooter, Corporal Ahmed Rashid, is still serving as head of a special police unit with a mandate to rid streets of gangsters and criminals.
We have to get them, whether alive or dead. That one doesn't have any compromise about it.
Many locals love him. Some condemn him.
They are a shadowy cabal. It's a unit that's a law unto itself.
I'm Jamal Osman, and I have been coming to these streets for over 20 years. Now, I'm the first journalist to meet one of Kenya's most controversial cops. This is Eastleigh, a thriving Somali neighborhood in Nairobi. It's a busy commercial hub which borders one of the largest slums in Kenya, Mathare, home to around 250,000 people. The inequality between these two areas is what fuels crime. I'm here to meet the policeman determined to crush that crime, Corporal Ahmed Rashid. His methods, to say the least, are controversial. He and his plain-clothes team, known as Pangani 6, have been accused of extrajudicial killings. This is the first time Pangani 6 have allowed cameras to film them.
We must be having some goals to achieve, and up to yet we have not reached that goal. Ours is to get all the gangsters who are within, any crime not to happen within our area. But those we have profiled, we have to get them, whether alive or dead. That one doesn't have any compromise about it.
These are some of the criminals wanted by Ahmed Rashid. Some are members of a local gang of violent young men who call themselves Superpower. Some belong to other gangs or act alone.
Okay, go.
Pangani 6 splits up. Ahmed Rashid responds to a call from a man who has been robbed in the street.
Simu na 3,000 hivi.
Vijana walikuwa ngapi?
Wanne.
Walikuwa na kisu nini?
Walikuwa na pesa. Wengine
so wameingia wapi Mathare ama
wameteremka huko ndani?
Mbali ya mteremko.
Ahmed Rashid recognizes the gang's description. They are led by a violent armed robber called Anthony Komanje. Ahmed Rashid calls his team to pass on instructions.
Can you now move to Olympic Patrol Station? Kamanje and another 3 guys, one by the name Lighter, the other one Fuji, another one from areas of Korogocho. They have taken some items within Olivia just some 30 minutes ago. Now I need all your team to move into action within Olympic area. Make sure we get Kamanje and his team. They are only armed with only one firearm and the rest are carrying knives.
Mathare, a maze of ramshackle huts and narrow passageways. Ahmed Rashid's team head into the slum. It's a place most uniformed officers are scared to enter. Pangani 6 let everyone know they mean business. Their plan is to drive Anthony Komanje and his gang into the hands of their colleague, Liban, who is waiting on the far side of the slum, searching anybody who tries to pass him.
So we are targeting maybe to the very people inside here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just as they planned, Pangani 6 flashed suspected robbers into the hands of the waiting Liban.
Who is he? Tony. Yeah, the suspect that one of them that we're looking for.
He fits the description?
Yes, he fits the condition.
Police said the suspect, thought to be a member of Komanje's gang, would be taken into custody and investigated. He was later charged with robbery, but given this police unit's readiness to kill, perhaps it's a lucky escape. I wanted to ask Ahmed Rashid whether his team had a shoot-to-kill policy. But every time I asked him something sensitive, this happened.
You want him to off?
Yeah.
Okay. Camera off?
Yeah.
Let's just do that, I think, on camera. Oh, you don't want to do it?
Yeah. Okay.
The area is quiet, we are patrolling at the moment.
When the camera stopped rolling, Ahmed Rashid told me he wasn't going to talk about any police killings unless he had authorization from his boss. So I went to the National Police Headquarters to try and get permission.
Our regulations are simple. You can only interview a gazetted officer, an officer of the rank of superintendent and above. So you cannot interview him. You see he has been accused, and we cannot use TV as a platform for him to defend himself. We have systems. Let the officer do his work.
I think what we were most interested is because we've been...
Boss!
Let me explain to you.
Please, don't annoy me.
Before Ahmed Rashid was appointed head of Pangani 6, he was serving as a CID officer in Nairobi city center. At the same time, gangs like Superpower were terrorizing the streets of Eastleigh. We found many locals with injuries inflicted by Superpower.
This was the part of the injuries, part of the knifing, near the heart, and the other one is at the hand.
Maxayna kugu dhufteen markaa?
Panda.
Bangay kugu dhufteen?
Halkaas intaas igu jirta hadda bir. Alhamdulillah.
Why did they attack you?
Telephone.
Just telephone?
Superpower based themselves in the roughest parts of Eastleigh. I managed to persuade a gang captain to do an interview at a hotel. A member for 12 years, he insisted on hiding his identity.
aniga runaantii beenku ma sheegayay runtii inaan kuu sheego wanaagsan tahay oo maanta yani media baan hor fadhiyaa wixii wax dhacayo yaa qasab they're under Superpower.
Knives, it seems, are Superpower's weapon of choice.
Dadkay tuuriyeyn jireen baa la leeyahay, dadkay xabadayn jireen ay dili jireen. Ma jirta arrintaas?
Horta horey dad hub wata maaha. Dad hub wata maaha waa dad tuuriye iyo waxyaabahaas u wataan laakiin Soomaaliduna way gudboonaysaa si ay bay u gudboonaysaa marka. Laakiin way jirtaa dad badan oo la tuuriyey.
And it's drugs, he says, which fuel Superpower's violence.
Maanta runaantii drugs baa jira. Drugs baa jira, like codeine waa maqashay. Baashaas markaa cabtid maskaxdaada way gudoomaysaa. Hooyada hadday ka hormaata taa ma garanaysid.
When crime got so bad that Eastleigh's businesses could not trade safely, community leaders decided to fight back. In 2015, they lobbied the local police chief to make Ahmed Rashid the new leader of this unit. We filmed at one of their meetings where police update community leaders on progress.
For the crime rate in this area, I must say that we've done away with it. 80% of crime is done away with. The 20% which has remained, we are still working on it, and we shall not sleep.
On behalf of Slave District, I really appreciate the work of a wonderful team. We really appreciate the quick response that Mr. Ahmed Rashid and his colleague have done. Again, thank you so much. Thank you.
It's not just the business community supporting Ahmed Rashid.
Ahmed Rashid ciidankiisa amniga idin keenay markaa.
Ilaahay baa keenay laakiin iyagu Ilaahay u soo diro sabab uga dhigay.
Sidee ku keeneen askartii hore maxay kaga duwan yihiin?
Waxay kaga duwan yihiin askartii hore ma leen jirin. waayo ninkan waarsanaya online lacag ka qaad maayo. Laakiin ninkan si daacad ah wuu soo baxay islii.
waan u duceynaynaa masaajidyaha looga duceeyay waan u duceynaa khayr badan Allah siiyo nabadgeliyana way keeneen waana taageeraynaa boqolkiiba boqol goor baan taageeraynaa
laakiin ninka dadka dilaya u duceynaysaa
waxaan ugu duceynaynaa adi hadii ku dili lahaa in horta la dilo Soomaa
Even a local doctor agrees desperate times call for desperate measures.
The doctor, how do you feel that police officers are killing people? Do you think that's the right thing to do?
We used to have tough criminals that did not change. They still brought havoc to the community, you see? And now it forced the police to go an extra mile, yeah?
So you feel in order for the community to live in peace, the one or two bad guys has to be taken out? You feel that?
If they cannot change, then I think that's the only solution.
We also have a team from Alaba.
But Ahmed Rashid also has his critics.
Over and out to you.
A shadowy cabal, or you can't take the bullet and the gun approach. You're innocent until proven guilty. We've suspended that system and we are now using shortcuts. And for me, this is a very sad state of affairs because it speaks to a complete breakdown of law and order.
Ahmed Rashid became national news in Kenya when this shocking YouTube video, filmed by a member of the public, went viral. On the ground in a pool of blood is a suspected gangster, already shot dead by Rashid. Seen here in a red shirt, Rashid then shoots the dead man's alleged accomplice 5 times. Handed another gun, he fires 5 more shots. But Rashid isn't finished. The man is still alive. Appearing to reload, Ahmed Rashid then casually finishes him off. The man we have just seen Rashid shoot was Muhammad Khadar, an alleged superpower member, who Ahmed Rashid says provoked him in this Facebook photo by wearing a police jacket. Ahmed Rashid believes the jacket belonged to his late colleague Abdulaziz and holds Muhammad Khadar responsible for his friend's murder in June 2016.
These are the children of my colleague, the late Abdulaziz.
The death of Abdulaziz still hurts him.
It's painful.
I went to see Muhammad Khadar's father, Dahir Khaire, who works as a barber.
marka wiilkayga Allah u naxariisto kulli saacadiisii unbaa intaa ku dhamaatay ku ekeyd
laakiin dunuubtiisu dil ma ahayn
dil ma ahayn xarig bay
arinta uu Ahmed Rashid sheegay wuxuu ku jirtay wiilkaaga ma hawlo ku jiray wiilka
wuxuu la socday kuwan ciyal jeebka
waxyaalaha Ahmed Rashid sheegay وليه عسكري بيجلين أنت ما تقول إن عسكري جرين
ولا هلا ila ma aha aniga laakiin ilaahay xaalkiisa igu dilo iska dhaafay toori iska dhaafay hatta sakiin weligii ma qaadan
waxyaalahan yar yar mooyaan wax weyn muunan waa weyn super powerkii waxay mu ahayn
ama jisto ma ahayn waxaas.
I wanted to challenge Ahmed Rashid on some of the accusations Dahir Khaira made, but yet again he refused to answer any sensitive questions. A local NGO, Mathare Social Justice, documented more than 800 police killings across Kenya between 2013 and 2017, among the highest in Africa.
We want to raise our voice to say, no more killings, stop killing us!
At this public protest against police extrajudicial killings, we met up with Lucy Wambuye and Suzanne Mathoni, who said their husbands were both killed by Ahmed Rashid. We accompanied them to a local radio station where they had been invited to discuss the issue.
Ningependa sasa ni tunataka kushare experience jo hapa hivi on air, and I hope you are strong enough to endure this.
Nimelose maboy wawili. Watu wangu.
Machali zako. Sasa sikizeni, huyu ni 16-year-old amelose machali wawili. She's now a 16-year-old widow. Jaskari the same ule aliwole boy wa kwanza.
Rashid huyo.
Okay.
Banangu alikuwa anaitwa Mike. Karawa wawili walikam.
Yes.
Wakamwambia twende.
Yes.
Tujui ubaya wake. Walimwambia ati huyu anarudi tu saa hii. Sa Rashid.
Okay. Poleni sana sister, naona it's getting so emotional hapa hivi ndani ya studio.
After tumemzika nikajifungua.
Yes.
Sasa mtoya na mwaka na miezi 3.
Yes.
Lakini life si rahisi.
Jesus Christ, man. Mimi ndaiwachia hapo kwa sababu hata mimi machozi yangu inamwagika kirudi ndani.
Police told us there are justifiable circumstances for when an officer is allowed to shoot. Both widows have lodged complaints about the circumstances of their husband's death with Kenyan authorities.
But we've heard that they have complained and they have no trust in the system.
It would be unjustified to say there's no trust in the system. This same system has prosecuted police officers and jailed them. What system are they talking about?
Since 2012, Kenya's police watchdog has received almost 10,000 complaints of abuse. 3 officers have been convicted. By now, I already knew that Ahmed Rashid would not talk about allegations of killings on camera, but he was happy for us to continue filming him and took us to this car wash business he helped set up, which offers employment to reformed criminals. A few days later, I saw another role he plays in the community when a man called Mohammed brought his wayward younger brother to Ahmed Rashid.
Your brother?
Yes. It's my brother. So, waxaan rabaa inuu iskuulka akhristo. Tuusan iskuul akhrisanaynin, dee waa dhib kale. Ahmed Rashid ma gacanta u gelin.
Iskuul laga bedelayo. Maxaan rabaa meesha aad jirtay iskuulkaas ina aad doonto ina aad doonin. Waa laba mid un. Aan midda kale, aan saalusun aan iskala waan garna, macallimiintu waan garna. So, you will buy diary. The diary will be signed by Mohammed that you left home. When you reach the school, the teacher will sign that you have already arrived. Like next Friday, you bring back that diary to me now.
Okay.
I check the diary. If he was going to school or not.
Okay.
Yeah. At the end of the day, do you want always Muhammad to buy for you the clothes?
No.
Do you want your mother or your father to buy for you clothes? Yeah. Now, if you don't go to school, how will you buy those things?
You can't.
You can't. I'm sure. How many all idritan? dadka baqa maan kuleeg markaan fiiriso
ya
dadka baqa maan kuleeg
ma
awal jilaac aan warkaysa
ma
qara iyo ul iyo qofka laga siiyo ani wax ma yarata waxa aan ku sheegayo inaan iloowina ugu targalay insaan aan ku dubtay soo daris wax markaan ku dilo maxamed nuu taagnay raalli iga ahaan because nin caasi waalideen ani waxaan isku imaan malaha ma aqran liiso dosin caasi waalideen but ma gruupka saad gali masa gruupka fiicanaad gali wala midun
gruup fiican gruup fiican
adiga muxuu ku dhageysan lahaa adaa walaalkii oo soo dhageysan
kuwa fara badan way ka cabsadaan qaarna adigu cabsiga ku jirto
sida ku jirto
It remains Ahmed Rashid's top priority in this community to clear the streets of gangsters and criminals.
Our job is just still the same, but tonight we might add some guys whom you are looking for. He is called by the name Kamwenge. Let me get the picture. He's always on the move. We must get tonight this one.
We went out into an area of Eastleigh known to be a superpower stronghold with one of Ahmed Rashid's most trusted deputies, Mukhtar, and his partner Rashid.
In fact, this is the worst place here.
Mukhtar was also prepared to use deadly force.
But if you get them in act, then that is the end of them. We don't spare them.
They decided to search a local brothel.
Tell us what's happening. What's this place?
This place, this Lord, this superpower, we collaborate with bad women, prostitutes.
Okay.
They come here when they do their robbery, any weapon. These ladies normally keep for them.
So this is their hiding place?
Their hiding place.
Mukhtar sniffs the suspected gangster's hands for cannabis. Mukhtar finds nothing, and although this man is not Komanje either, he's on the wanted list, so he's taken away. Police said this man was later charged with possession of cannabis and being a member of Superpower. Anthony Komanje remains on the run. According to the Superpower captain, Ahmed Rashid's methods appear to be having the desired effect.
والله runantii Said bay ugu dhaqaan Said waayo ruux kastaba ya ruuxu ka adig yahay waa ka baqaa kulli Said bay ugu dhaqaan waa sidii mukulashi jiirka camal jiirka mukulashi Said bay ugu dhaqaan
intaad ku jirtay wax saaxiibada ah oo la dilay ma jiraan askartu dishay
saaxiibadii intaan dhawaan tirinayaa marba u tirsamaanba inta la dilay.
But is killing gang members the only answer to defeating Superpower?
inay maartay ciyaalka yud loo furo qaybta maartay gunooniga waxyaabahaas loo furo oo maartay meelo lagu xanaanay ciyaalka loo furo ya waa iska daynayeen oo maanta yani noloshooda ciyaalkii camal la'aan bay meelaha u taagan yihiin laakiin camal haddii loo soo biyo oo shaqo la geliyo laakiin yud waa iska daynayeen.
On one of our last nights, Ahmed Rashid called us and said there had been an incident on Juja Road, the boundary between Eastleigh and Mathare. We arrived to find this, a dead body by the side of the road. One of Ahmed Rashid's team had shot and killed a suspected armed robber who had been targeting bus passengers. I saw a gun next to the body. I wanted to ask the Kenyan police about this and other allegations. On Friday morning, the unit killed a suspected robber. What's the government policy, let's say, when an officer is allowed to shoot?
The law is very clear. We have circumstances when it is justifiable for a police officer to use his firearm. One, when you are protecting your own life as a policeman. Two, when you are protecting the life of another citizen.
The father of one of the boys in Ahmed Rashid's video, he admits his son was a petty criminal, but he said he did not deserve to be killed and he did not kill a police officer.
We are very lucky as a country. We not only have a complaints and internal affairs unit within the police to investigate complaints, we have a civilian oversight authority. The Civilian Oversight Authority receives complaints from individuals. They are investigated independently. If you find an officer is still working, then definitely nothing adverse has maybe either come out of that investigation or that investigation is not complete.
So what was Ahmed Rashid investigated?
I want to believe so, yes. What I don't know is whether there is already an outcome about the case or not.
Investigated or not, Ahmed Rashid continues his mission to target criminals in Eastleigh. Many of the residents here support him because they believe he brings instant solutions to long-standing security problems. But can a system which critics believe allows police to act as judge, jury, and executioner put law and order in Kenya on a dangerous path?